Welcome everybody to another class with Chef Rob. Today we are making an asparagus, corn, and sun-dried tomato fusilli pasta salad. Perfect for spring. Let's start making it. First thing I do, I have my water boiling, have a little salt in there because you want to give the pasta a little bit of salt because it flavors it. Pasta's boring without any salt on it. So I'm going to start by putting about a half pound of the fusilli pasta in here. We're going to cook this for about 7-8 minutes. And then we're just going to strain it, chill it. We'll rinse it off. Usually a lot of times you don't rinse pasta, but for a pasta salad you want it to be loose, so you have to rinse it then. So that's what we're doing right now. Our fusilli is nice and cold now. Okay, you always want it nice and cold before you put that container on it. It will last a lot longer in your refrigerator. Okay, so I'm taking some beautiful local asparagus. Local asparagus, so tender, so sweet. I blanched it, blanching it in water. Blanching it is about 2 to 3 minutes on a thinner asparagus, which you can see how they are right here. Okay, you just take the bottom parts off. Okay, because they get a little bit tougher. I'm going to chop these. I'm using about a cup of asparagus for the salad. So this is about a cup. Adding a little more, a little less would be fine. I want it to be no bigger than our pasta. So this way it is all nice and uniform to eat. Okay, so the same, the fusilli and the asparagus, all the same size. Just going to add a little bit more asparagus. If you have extra, you can always reheat it for dinner or put it in a pasta later. This here is 1 cup of corn kernels. Okay, just shave it off the cob whenever you can get the fresh. If not, you can use the canned, but I prefer the fresh. Okay, so let's put that in here. This is 1 cup. All these spring salads are going to be nice and colorful, just like that. Now, I absolutely love sun-dried tomatoes. One of my favorite things. I love it in pastas, I love it in pasta salad. I actually add it into my pestos at times. Not every pesto, but some of them. You could make your own sun-dried tomatoes, but what you have to do is put them on a pan and put a little oil on them, a little salt, and put them in a 200 oven for about 8 hours. It's not worth doing it. Buy the sun-dried tomatoes already done. Buy them in the oil. See how they are? Nice bright color, nice and fresh. I'm just going to chop these up. I'm using about a half of a cup. If you like your cheese, you could always add some goat cheese to the salad, some feta cheese. That would work really well. If you want to make it for a dinner, you could always add some grilled chicken or some shrimp to this. Fresh tomatoes in this would be just fine. Okay, I'm going to give this a good toss, and what I'm going to do while I'm making the dressing now, I'm going to leave this in the refrigerator because I want it to stay nice and cold. Okay, so let me put that in here, give this a good toss. Can't you just see it's going to really taste really good? We're going to make our dressing now, add it to our pasta salad that I kept chilled to the last second. Now, I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. I'm using the full fat mayonnaise, has the best flavor. I'm using a 1/4 cup of sour cream, again the full fat. You can use the reduced fat in this one, but not the fat-free. Whole different texture. Just using about 1 clove of garlic. I'm just going to dice this up really small. It'll actually be about a 1/4 teaspoon. It's that little amount of garlic into this. Okay, dice this up, add this into the dressing. I need about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, so let's roll these lemons. Sometimes you get more juice out of certain lemons. This one, I could just tell right away, very loose, has a lot of juice in it, so I just need a half of this. So a half of a lemon for 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Put it through my fingers to catch any pits, and put that right in this dressing. And then I'm going to add a little bit of kosher salt and black pepper to this. Just a sprinkling of kosher salt. Don't put too much, you can always add more. Fresh ground black pepper. And then some fresh Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup. Whenever you're done and you have the rind left, put it in the soup. Tomato sauce, all that flavor comes off. So let me shave this. You can use different ones. You can use Romano Parmesan cheese. This one that I actually have is Parmesan Reggiano cheese, which has the most flavor. And this is going to get all added into the dressing now. About 3/4 of a cup. I wouldn't do any less. A little bit more is okay. Okay. Just going to add this in here. And I'm just going to take my wire whisk. Whisk this up really well. Now, let me take my pasta salad. Add this on top of this. Now, either a spoon or if you have gloves, either one. Give this a good toss. Make sure everything is really, really cold before you serve it. I would let this sit for about 3 hours before serving it. Let all the flavors kind of come together really well. Very good. And then we could also, just to finish it off, grate some cheese right on top of it, even right before you're about to serve it. And it will taste absolutely delicious. So I hope you'll make these summer salads, spring salads all year long. A lot of flavor. Go with a lot of different meals. Let's make the regular meals not so boring. Okay? Thank you for coming. I hope you'll make this dish with your friends and family all spring and summer. I appreciate you watching my videos, and I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do some zucchini rolls with Chef Rob. These are delicious. They are packed with so much flavor. I have done this in many libraries before, years ago, and people make these over and over again. Let me tell you about how to buy zucchini, okay? Make sure it's very heavy for its weight. Make sure there's no dings or dents around it, okay? It means it's old, okay? When you store it in your refrigerator and you bring it home, you want to put it in a plastic bag, almost like the one you buy it in. Put it in there and just make sure you leave one opening, okay? And that way that air gets in there and it will stay fresh for, you probably can keep it for up to 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one down. I'm going to show you 2 ways that you could do this. One is if you have a mandolin. I have one, but every time you take out an appliance you have to clean it. So a lot of times I do a lot of things by hand. So if you're very good with a knife, all you gotta do is cut this little end off. Cut the other end, put them over to the side. What I want to do is just take a little bit of the end off so it grills really good. So I'm just going to get rid of that. take this side, just same thing. I want them to lay nice and flat. So out of a medium zucchini, you'll probably get about 5 to 6 out of it. A larger zucchini, 7 to 8. So if you could see, nice and thin, you want it to have some flexibility to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I grilled some already. I'm going to show you how to grill these. I have an indoor grill right here. This one here is called All Clad. It is an excellent indoor grill for when in the winter you don't want to go outside and barbecuing. If not, put these right on your barbecue now. Perfect. Okay, so I am just going to lay this on here, and then I will get more going. Just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on there. It will take about 4 minutes to grill these. Okay. After you get nice, beautiful grill marks on it, you're just going to turn it over. I just want to coat that with a little olive oil and get that side just a little bit. You can hear that sizzle, so that's going to make sure that they are nice and grilled and grill marks on it. I'm going to show you some that I did already. This is the way it should look when you finish. You want to put them on paper towels because they give out a lot of water. And if you leave these for a long time, they'll become mush. So you want to prepare these and get them right in the refrigerator. So, if you could see, again, has nice flexibility, and I can put a filling in here, start rolling these up just like this, and it has those beautiful grill marks on it. Okay. We're going to make the filling for this. There's a filling, and then there's also a dressing that we put on top. Again, a lot of flavors going through this. Let me put these in the refrigerator. We'll make our dressing. Okay, my zucchini just has another minute or two on here. You can see they're getting nice and golden brown. Nice grill marks on it. Grill flavor. In the meantime, you want to keep going, making the other mixture for it. I'm going to take some goat cheese. This is goat cheese that I brought to room temperature. Okay. If you're using the 2 full zucchinis, you need a 10-ounce log. Okay. Going to put in a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit fresh ground black pepper, about half of a lemon juiced. Okay, just do it right through your fingers. Catch any pits. This gives it a nice zesty taste to it. Just want to keep an eye on my zucchinis here. I do burgers on this grill. I do steaks, grilled chicken, salmon. Again, it's called All Clad. Excellent grill. About 30 more seconds and this is all done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop up a little bit of Italian parsley. This is about 2 tablespoons of Italian parsley for the mixture. Chop that up really good. Add this to my goat cheese mixture. Okay, I'm just going to mix this around really well. I have the gloves here. We'll mix this and then we'll take our zucchini off. See, when you bring it to room temperature, it gets nice and soft. And you work with it really well. Okay. Now that our zucchini is nice and grilled and cooled, I put it on some paper towels because I want to get any excess water off of this. Okay? So I'm going to lay these out on a cutting board. If you're having a party, lay them all like this, and you can make several of them at one time. Okay, so I'm just going to lay those out for now, and I have my other ones right here. Remember what's in here? This is the goat cheese with the parsley, the lemon juice, the salt and pepper. Okay, so what I want to do is take a spoonful of the mixture and put it towards the end of each one, just like that. you end up having extra mixture, you just save it and make some more of these. Okay, put that right there. Now what I want to do is take some spinach leaves, fresh baby spinach, put just a little bit right on top of each one. I could just eat these as a lunch. It'd be perfect. Okay, and the last thing that goes on here is roasted peppers. Roasted peppers, you can of course buy them, but there's nothing like roasting them yourselves. Take a beautiful red bell pepper like this, throw it on your barbecue, or put it in the oven until it is black. Okay? You can do it the old-fashioned way, put it in a brown paper bag and everything just peels right off and you can use it. I like to put it in a bath of ice water. I put the pepper in there and all the peels, just everything comes off, the seeds, the peels. It's really, really good. You can see these peppers are fresh. They have the nice grill marks on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut this into thin strips, and then I'm going to put it onto the zucchinis. Okay, if you like your red pepper, you can cut the strips a little bit thicker, or you can make them a little smaller. I'm going to take it and just go like that on each one. The color of the green and the red really makes it look special. Okay, I want to start with the end that has the spinach, the goat cheese, the roasted peppers, and then carefully I want to take this and roll it up. Okay. You can always have a little bit of roasted pepper sticking out because it looks really, really pretty. Try to have gloves for this one. It can be a little messy, but the taste is really rewarding. I'm going to just finish these, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make our dressing. Our dressing is so, so tasty. Okay, out of these zucchinis, these were kind of more medium size. I got about 5 to 6 out of each zucchini. Okay, and our last one. And then I have all these here that I can make some more. Okay, they look beautiful. Okay, so we're going to make our topping for this, a little bit of dressing. I'm using the little Ninja food processor. This is excellent. All you got to do is take off this top right here, this little blade. Okay, be careful, very sharp, so wash that separately. Always keep it back in here so that way nobody gets cut. And then the top goes back on it. And then just like that. It's excellent. If you don't have one of these, a blender, a food processor, all be fine. Okay, so let's add our ingredients to this. I'm going to put in about two small cloves. These are small because I need 1 teaspoon's worth of fresh garlic. I'm going to put in some fresh basil. Of course, always wash it. Don't need to chop it or anything like that. Just make sure it goes in good. A little bit of kosher salt. Little fresh ground black pepper. About 1½ teaspoons of Dijon mustard. That would be good. Now I'm using champagne vinegar. Champagne vinegar sometimes can be a little hard to find. If you can't find it, always put in white wine vinegar. Make sure it's the white wine vinegar, not just white vinegar. Okay, so 3 tablespoons. Okay. And now I'm going to put in about ½ cup of extra virgin olive oil. I think I'll actually be finishing this one. She just need a touch more. Have a little here in a squeeze bottle. Okay. we're going to put our top back on here. Make sure that's fitted really nicely. And now, you're not going to hold your hand on here. You just kind of pulse it. And that way it brings all the ingredients to the motor. Okay. It will come off as a little bit thick dressing, but you just need a very small amount. See how this is? Put a dab on each one. Has so much flavor. And then if you have extra, that's what you're going to make the extras with. This dressing, if you have it left, tossed with a salad is excellent. Also brushed on some salmon or a grilled chicken breast. Remember what I said, put this away? That way nobody will get cut. Actually, I have to put one more in the middle here. If you see the one in the middle, I kind of just left standing up. That way it has a little different appearance to the platter. Well, thanks for coming to this class today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and happy spring entertaining and summer.